Well, we had quite a little surprise yesterday from the FBI and FBI Director James Comey, who decided to release 15-year-old documents related to former President Bill Clinton just, a week before his wife, Bill Clinton's wife, that is, stands for election in the presidential election of the United States. And the original critique of James Comey was, that original press conference where he said there were not going to be charges against Hillary Clinton, that probably didn't make sense. The FBI regularly does investigations that don't lead to charges. Why was there any press conference at all? And then there was criticism when more recently FBI Director James Comey wrote a letter saying, we've uncovered some more emails based on an investigation into Anthony Weiner's computer, and now we're going to see whether there's any relationship there to Hillary Clinton, classified emails, etc. He was slammed for that, saying, again, why even make that statement? We're not going to know anything about it before Tuesday's election. Just wait and let us know if your investigation turns anything up. And now the FBI has released 129 pages of documents related to an investigation closed with no charges in 2005 into President Bill Clinton's pardon of Mark Rich. Now, to jog your memory, Mark Rich had been married to a wealthy Democratic donor and was the subject of a whole bunch of publicity and press and this pardon and so much more. This file was posted online Monday, but there was really no attention paid to it until the FBI went out yesterday and actually sent a tweet saying, hey, we released this stuff yesterday. Now, officially, the odd timing just days before the presidential election was because there was a FOIA request filed, Freedom of Information Act request, which was completed and then posted under standard FBI practice. That's according to one law enforcement official. The weird thing is, as the Clinton campaign pointed out, the timing is very, very odd. Why all of a sudden is this getting posted? And even more unusual is that they didn't just post the documents. They posted on Twitter announcing that they posted the documents. The FBI's Twitter account for public records announcements was dormant until the FBI decided to mention, hey, by the way, we posted these documents. Why all of a sudden does the Twitter account go active right before documents about Bill Clinton are released, right before Hillary Clinton's presidential election? An FBI official says, oh, the software was restarted because of a software update. Isn't this all awfully convenient, guys, just a few days before this election?
Yeah, I mean, the FBI before was facing criticism for doing the bidding of the Obama administration and choosing not to recommend charges against Hillary Clinton back in July. I mean, you can't possibly make that argument now.
No doubt about it. And Rachel, I started thinking, what could be going on here? And one possibility I thought of was, did somebody get to James Comey? Maybe he realized that after what happened with the entire investigation and then this letter that he wrote, maybe somebody got to him and said, you're out if Hillary wins. So maybe he would be it would be a good idea to do something to help Donald Trump, but it just seems so simplistic.
I don't know about all of the kind of conspiracy theories that they've gotten to Comey and things of that nature, but kind of more on what the note of what Pat was saying is that I feel like in the very beginning, his kind of unusual transparency about his reasons for non-prosecution were kind of because he was worried about the public perception that the Attorney General and Obama were kind of tainted on the matter, and that was going to kind of compromise the results. However, now I kind of think that if Hillary does end up winning, he will he'll be saved from kind of the whole tainted nature of it.
Will he, though? Because I think it could also lead to some pretty awkward situations where if Hillary Clinton is elected the next president of the United States and James Comey's actions are perceived as political, which they are, and particularly in a way that seems to be specifically harmful to Hillary Clinton, couldn't that just create an absolutely disastrous working relationship between a Clinton White House and an FBI that could be perceived as having tried to prevent the election of Hillary Clinton?
Right, but if he waited until after, then he would be accused of playing politics.
By having deliberately waited so that Hillary wins, and then he says that there's stuff in the emails.
Exactly. So how can you win in this situation?
There's probably, Pat, a pro-Clinton faction in the FBI, and either, I don't know if it would be an anti-Clinton or a pro-Trump faction. And maybe James Comey is sort of stuck in the middle. And the idea was, hey, you know what? I did something that was good for Hillary Clinton by saying no prosecution. And then I did two things that are bad for Hillary Clinton days before the election. Maybe he's trying to say, hey, I'm good. I did something good for both of them.
Right, and that's his idea of being impartial, right? Doing something negative to both sides of the equation. I mean, the FBI has a history of being overly political. We saw that with J. Edgar Hoover, and hopefully we don't have to go back to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but with each disclosure kind of necessitates another disclosure, and then they're getting further and further away from the norm, which is to stay out of political affairs.
I know that this might be crazy, but what if the FBI only comments when there's actually an investigation that is leading to charges or a recommendation of charges and stops commenting on non-events? I know that that might be a little crazy, but now that I think you're right, Rachel, he necessitates or at least creates the feeling that he needs to do more with each successive announcement or letter or declaration.